What up, YouTube? It's your boy Open Mind, and I'm just here with a quick little video. Maybe not so quick, but just want to just get in on this modern controls discussion that's been going on with Street Fighter 6. And I just don't understand what all of the frustration is about, right? I'll start off by saying Street Fighter 6 is a dope game. Right, I have nothing to complain about. I love this game. I love the presentation. I love how it feels. I love how it moves. I love everything about it. There are things that I have issues with, but those aren't gameplay issues. Those are more like server issues, right? Sometimes the game crashes. Sometimes the server crashes, and that's it kind of becomes a headache sometimes. You're on the rank lobby, or you're in the battle hub, and you put yourself in rank Q, and sometimes it just crashes on you. That, to me, that's a gripe. But that's not a reason to stop playing. These things just happen. You just reset and start from menu, and you go back. But other than that, there's no real gripes. It's just a fun game. Right? It has its moments where you get frustrated, in moments where it's like, man, I wish I hadn't did that move, or I wish this person I'm fighting stopped doing this one thing that they're doing to me. But it's not the game, it's more so the individual, if that makes sense. A lot of the things that we say piss us off, we blame the game. We say, I don't like Street Fighter 6 because of this thing. And what you're really saying is, you just don't like the individual that you're fighting, right? Because Street Fighter 6 in and of itself is a neutral. It's not good or bad. It's a game that we all can play. What people choose to do with Street Fighter 6, that's the thing that upsets you, right? And I guess you can say, well, the game allows you to do it, so I'm mad at the game. Well, you can't get mad at the game, because human beings are going to be human beings, and you can't really do anything about the behavior of another human being. Everybody can choose to do whatever they want to do, and that's just not Street Fighter 6. That's any game. Any game, we have the freedom within the realm of the game to do what we want. There's no rules. We're no one's parents in this gaming world. We can tell people how to behave themselves, but there's certain behaviors that you just don't have to put up with, right? But to having misguided anger just because a particular person is doing a thing and is irritating you doesn't mean that the game is trash. This game is trash because this person is playing on modern controls. That's misguided. And speaking of modern controls, everybody's got their gripes. I'm not gonna go too in depth because I think we beat that dead horse to the grave. So and I'm not even here to really debate, just to really touch on the toxicity of it. I'm not saying this for people to agree with me. So if you're listening and you vehemently disagree, I'm not actually trying to have a discussion. This is more like just something for everybody to just think about. The modern controls feature on this game is universal for everyone. So if you're fighting against someone who's playing on modern controls and you're playing on classic controls and they beat you, and then you then say this game is trash because modern controls, and then or you come at said person and you say something disrespectful to them. Everybody paid their $100, $60, whatever, however much money they paid for their version of Street Fighter 6, right? And as a consumer, when you spend money, you're allowed to do what you want to do with the product that you spend money on. So if I spent $65, $100, $80, whatever, on Street Fighter 6, and it gives me the option to play on modern controls, or play on any type of control scheme, whatever the game is offering me, I'm going to utilize every aspect of the game that I want to, because I spent my money on it, and the devs gave that to me. And the devs want us to use it, right? They designed this so that people would use it. They didn't spend the money that they spent designing this so that people wouldn't use it. They did this so that people would use it, right? And the more we use it, the more data that they can collect on how well the control scheme works. Not necessarily if people like it or not. You're not collecting your opinion data. They're collecting the effectiveness of doing the moves or executing the style of play with the control scheme. Every last one of our fights are recorded. Even if you yourself don't record the fight, even if the server drops the match and he's disconnected or somebody rage quits or whatever happens, if it is still recorded in their mainframe database, where they can go in there and watch it up until the point of disconnect. Yes, they can do that. Every last fight that syncs, if it syncs, and y'all say round one fight, even if someone disconnects in that moment, they'll be able to watch footage of it up until the moment of disconnect on their end at the Street Fighter headquarters, because they have that power that they designed the game. They have to do that so they can go in there and check for stuff and see if something happened or whatever in the event of. So they're not watching every fight, but the fights are recorded and sent to a database in like a dump file. Every last fight that takes place on these games, they have a way to go watch them if they wanted to. They can pull the fight. More than likely they won't, but they can. And they're collecting data. Right? A lot of this stuff has nothing to do with y'all's opinions. Like, y'all mashing buttons, y'all taking L's, and y'all like, man, this is trash. This is Modern Controls. This is trash. This is Modern Controls. This is trash. And it's like, no one asked you your opinion. Some did, but after they asked you your opinion, they didn't ask your opinion so that they can remove the feature. They just got the data. They got the answer they want. Okay, some people like it, some people don't. But they're not going to remove it because more people like it than those that don't. Right? It allowed them to sell copies. Right? A lot of y'all just don't understand business. Y'all just play video games all day. And you watch a few videos on the stock market, I guess you think you know fucking business now. Because you don't like a thing, everybody else is supposed to not like it along with you, and to your surprise, more people like a thing than you don't like a thing, so therefore said business can sell the said thing that people like. So if you don't like cheeseburgers, but you like fries, okay, you don't have to go eat the cheeseburger. And you don't have to deter people from eating the cheeseburger because they like cheeseburgers. You like fries or salad, whatever it is you eat. A restaurant is allowed to sell the food, whether it's unhealthy or not, to the people who like the food. They are allowed to be in business. They're allowed to make profits, right? And you can, as a customer, may not like their food. It may taste nasty to you. That's fine. But at the same time, it tastes good to a lot of other people, or else they wouldn't be in business. The said restaurant, the said retail store, whatever the business is, you don't have to like their product, but it doesn't mean everybody is not allowed to like their product because you don't like it. You don't have a right to force everyone to not like the things you don't like. And if you find out that they actually like those things that you don't like, you don't have a right to attack them for not liking the said thing that you don't like. Applying this to Modern Controls. Yes, we get it. Y'all hate it. Well, get the fuck over it. Okay? Get the fuck over Modern Controls. It's gonna be here on this game. Right? It's here to stay on this game. Modern Controls is not a new concept. Modern Controls is very, very standard, like concept, like maybe not Street Fighter, but if y'all play other fighting games, the Modern Control style of buttons is not new. It's actually pretty standard in other fighting games. Right? Just Street Fighter and Tekken are the only ones kind of lagging behind when it comes to like the Modern Control scheme approach for doing inputs and certain specials and just certain mechanics. Like that control scheme is not new. It's very, very common. More common than y'all realize. But if you only play Tekken and you only play Street Fighter and you don't even care or even are are interested in those other gaming genres, right? Then of course motor controls will irritate you because it's like, what is this? But to the majority of gamers who just game fighting games across the platform, multiple fighting games, more than one type of fighting game, whatever. They take to this like fish to water. Like, yeah, you've been playing. If you played DNF Duel, if you played Smash Brothers, if you played Dragon Ball Fighter Z, if you played Grand Blue Fantasy, it's just examples, not the only ones. All of those games I just mentioned, and others I haven't mentioned, come with a motor control scheme. Yes, you do have to do inputs for certain things, but a lot of the core mechanics and core gameplay for a lot of the characters on those rosters is motor controls. You can just press a button and do a whole move. Like every on Dragon Ball Fighter Z, for example, you can just press a button and get a projectile. You do not have to do a quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, or whatever, to throw projectiles at people on Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And that's for the whole roster. It's called a Ki Blast. It's a projectile that you can just spam at a distance. Right? Of course, they can block it and parry it and jump over it and stuff. They can do that. They don't have to stand there and just take your barrage of projectiles. But throwing a projectile in Dragon Ball Fighter Z it's just the press of a button. You don't have to do any quarter circles, no charging, no forward down forwards, nothing. Just tap one button. You can mash it. You can hold it down, whatever the character you're using, and you can just spam projectiles. For example. That's a move, that's a special move that you can do on Dragon Ball Fighter Z without doing an input, right? And there's other moves that require actual inputs, but that's just one. So that's a form of motor controls because, it's not fully modern. You got to do some inputs, but it's a form of motor controls. It's like a gradual process. It's like, why is everybody so damn shell-shocked? Oh my God, it's motor controls. It's easy inputs. It's one button supers. But one button supers is on Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Yeah, you got some input supers, but you can do one button supers on Dragon Ball Fighter Z. DNF Duel has had one button supers forever. It's just its beginning. DNF Duel has motor controls, but if you do the inputs, you get more damage. The same thing. You can press the button to do your moves on the input, but if you actually do the input, you get more damage. Forward down forward to do a DP instead of down and X to do a DP gives you more damage with the same move. So I don't understand why everybody has an attitude about it. Why everybody feel like they gotta be toxic towards the next person because they use a motor control. Listen. You can have a strong opinion, and that's still not going to make me stop playing on motor controls. Right? You can have the most toxic comments. You can be dismissive. You can hate. You can however you feel. When you're done with all of that, I'm still going to be playing on motor controls. And most of us are still going to be playing on motor controls. And the thing about motor controls is that everybody has access to it. You too can play on motor controls. Just because you choose not to, that's not my problem. You complaining about one button supers and you can do one button supers too. You play on motor controls and you can do one button supers against the opponent. But you just don't want to. That's trash. That's for scrubs. That's for blah. That's your response to it. That's fine. So then if that's your response, I'm not gonna play on motor controls because that's for scrubs. That's trash, blah, 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 whatever dismissive thing you have to say. You have then eliminated your right to criticize, judge, or whatever. Because you can go set the motor control buttons up for yourself. And you can do one button supers against the opponent. You can do it too. You choose not to do it. Because you've made a decision. You made a conscious choice. I'm playing on classic controls. I'm going to do my inputs manually. Well, if that's what the fuck you choosing to do, then you have eliminated and given up your right to talk shit. And if you didn't choose to talk shit, I got a right to block you. If I'm playing modern, you see the letter M and I see the letter C, and then you inbox me or you message me or however you reach out to me to say something toxic. You trash. You playing on modern controls. Blah, 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 blah. Like if that's what you do, bruh, block. I'm getting blocked. If you have a comment that's toxic, I'm deleting the comment so nobody can see it. Right? I'm gonna frustrate the hell out of you. Like, you're gonna be mad, like, oh, he just deleted my comment. Yep, I deleted your comment. Yep, I deleted your comment. Yep. Because why did you comment? You playing on classic controls. You lost to somebody on modern. You choose to play on classic. You choose not to play on modern. So you can't get mad at people. Like, you gotta stop that shit. Or get mad at people. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a shit. You're gonna be mad at yourself, screaming at your screen. Ah, you playing a modern control. You trash. But nobody's gonna hear you. Just you. The only person gonna hear you yelling, screaming, and cussing, and throwing fits is yourself. And nobody's gonna read the fucking crazy words that you write. I'm gonna delete that shit. Delete. Like you never made the comment initially. I never. What comment? What are you talking about? You read my comment when I said what comment? I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't read shit. I don't even know what you said. Because it's toxic. And it's unnecessary. You cannot stop people from playing on modern controls and they spent $100 fucking on the game. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck are you, little fucking tyrannical fucking mini Hitlers, mini fucking Napoleons running around here? You do as I say, because if you don't, I'm gonna shame you on the internet. Get the fuck out of here. You lame ass fucking no pussy getting ass little mother. Just stop. All y'all fucking stop. And a lot of y'all dudes is old and gray hair on your face. Motherfuckers 35, 40 something years old. At people about a fucking video game. Who fucking cares? We're not taking this shit that serious. Everybody's not going to go fucking participate in a major tournament, try to win. Fuck, dude, no. We don't care about it like that. Nor should we have to. I don't have to turn my PlayStation on to try to be the best in the world because that's what you're trying to be. You go be the fucking best in the world. I don't have to be. I can sit on my game and play games. I mean, mash buttons, play on modern controls, and do one button supers, and I'm having fun. And when I'm done, turn the fucking game off or do something with my life. I don't give a fuck about it like that. Nor am I gonna be forced to give a fuck, like, because you care, because you really want a motherfucker on classic controls, and they should. And you have a passion, and you really fucking strongly feel about modern controls versus classic controls. No. That's how the fuck you is about it. You can stay like that. You can keep all that fucking lame ass nerd energy to your fucking self. Block, dismissed, ignore. I ain't even fucking entertaining that shit. And I'm gonna keep playing on modern controls. I'm gonna keep whooping motherfuckers ass who playing on classic, and I'm gonna keep not giving a shit about how they feel about it. 'Cause I'm having fun. It's your boy Open Mind, dropping truth bombs. Get a show, get money, have fun, stop being toxic. Deuces.